Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're tuning in today because wow, we have something truly spectacular to unpack. We are looking at a device that just perfectly merges elite, hardcore mobile esports hardware with some seriously deep, emotional gaming lore. We're breaking down the iQOO 15 Honor of Kings 10th Anniversary Collector's Edition. Now, whether you're a die-hard MOBA fan who lives in the arena or just someone who's super fascinated by incredibly crafted tech, you are going to want to stick around. We're going to see exactly how this thing totally blurs the line between a high-end gaming tool and a legitimate piece of interactive art. So let's jump right into this. What actually happens when you combine top-tier mobile esports specs with a full decade of gaming history? Usually tech products kind of lean one of two ways, right? They either give you raw, unapologetic performance with a super generic design, or they slap a flashy branded skin onto, frankly, mediocre hardware. But today's explainer is going to show you how a smartphone can meticulously balance hardcore, boundary-pushing silicon with massive emotional collector's appeal without compromising on a single frame. All right, here is our roadmap for today's journey. First up, a champion's design. Then we'll check out the collector's loot, dive into the immersive game UI, break down the monster hardware specs, and finally wrap it all up with the ultimate verdict. Kicking things off with Section 1, a champion's design. Listen, when you're stepping into a competitive arena, you really want your gear to feel like premium armor. The designers here paid huge tribute to 10 years of Honor of Kings, all while keeping the ergonomics strictly esports grade. The back of the device features AG frosted glass that's been treated with a special AF, or anti-fingerprint coating. If you have ever gamed on a glossy phone, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It turns into a smudgy, slippery mess in like minutes. This coating keeps the device looking absolutely pristine. But even better than that, they've engineered this tactile low-temperature frame. That means the edges of the phone literally stay ice cold in your hands, completely mitigating that really uncomfortable heat buildup you get during those extended heavy-duty matches. And you have got to check out the centerpiece of this design, the custom floating crystal logo. I love this because they didn't just slap a sticker on the back and call it a day. No way, they used an exclusive optical structural color process. What that means is, as light flows across the back of the device, the colors actually dynamically shift and change. It gives you this awesome illusion of a glowing, floating crystal, which, if you play, you know is a massive motif in the Honor of Kings universe. It just really proves the phone is a dynamic piece of art, perfectly tailored to its fandom. Moving right along to Section 2, the collector's loot. Okay, anyone who plays RPGs or MOBAs knows that massive adrenaline rush of a legendary loot drop, right? Well, iQOO meticulously crafted that exact feeling here. You pull apart this double-opening, hot-stamped crystal purple box, and inside, you aren't just getting a phone. You're getting a 10th anniversary crystal case, a 100-watt charger with a premium braided cable. And get this, even the SIM ejector pin is custom forged into an MVP victory emblem. It's wild. Plus, they throw in a blue crystal lanyard, a set of hero postcards, NFC flashcards, an actual MVP glory ring, and a lenticular desktop ornament. It's literally an absolute treasure chest that just totally honors the player's dedication to the game. But here is the absolutely crucial point. These aren't just mass-produced, generic promotional items. Oh no, every single unit of this collector's edition features an exclusive, shareable identity code. Basically, your specific phone acts as a serialized certificate of your personal gaming glory. It elevates the whole device from just being a standard piece of electronics to a verified, unique piece of gaming history that belongs entirely to you. All right, let's power this thing on. Section 3. Immersive game UI. Stepping from the physical world into the digital one, this interface ensures that the very second you turn the screen on, you are stepping back into the game's universe. Let's see how this builds layer by layer exactly as a player experiences it. First, you hit the power button, and you're immediately greeted by a custom crystal boot animation. Once you're on the home screen, you'll see they've completely redrawn 80 different icons. We're talking 52 system apps and 28 highly used third-party apps, so navigating your phone actually feels like navigating the game map. Go to type a message to a friend, boom, you're using a custom 3D crystal keyboard. Open up your gaming hub, and there are 4 fully custom skins just waiting for you in game space. The continuity of this theme is honestly relentless. And the interactive features just take it to a whole other level. You get stunning lock screen animations featuring iconic heroes like Li Bai, Sun Shangxiang, and Dao Chan, complete with 4 really unique lenticular visual transitions. You can even set up these awesome hero widgets that let you jump into a match with just one click, or honestly, just tap them to hear classic voice lines when you need a little hype. Need to wake up early for a tournament? Your alarm is customized to play the Canyon Echo or the Decisive Rhythm. They even baked an AR dimensional card feature right into the camera, so you can take photos with your favorite heroes out in the real world. These deep sensory touches just make the software feel incredibly alive. Which brings us to Section 4, Monster Hardware Specs. Because let's be real, all the lore and customization in the world absolutely won't matter if the phone lags during a crucial team fight. It is time to prove this thing is the ultimate engine to carry your team. The numbers here are just staggering. Beating at its heart is the brand new 3nm Snapdragon 8 Elite processor, and that is clocking in at up to 4.6 gigahertz. It's paired up with 16 gigs of ultra-fast LPDDR5X memory and 512 gigs of UFS 4.1 storage. Your actual battleground is a massive 6.85-inch AMOLED display pushing a crisp 2K resolution at a buttery-smooth 144 Hz. And hey, if you actually want to capture the real world, you're armed with a triple 50-megapixel Sony camera setup, which includes optical image stabilization on both the main and periscope lenses, plus an ultra-wide. This is just undisputed, top-tier flagship silicon across the board. But of course, raw power generates heat, right? To handle that, this device utilizes a massive 8K vapor chamber ice dome cooling system combined with Vivo's very own self-developed Q3 esports chip. You can kind of think of this cooling setup as a high-end central air conditioner installed directly inside your phone. It ensures that even when that Snapdragon processor is totally maxed out, you are still getting PC graphics card level frame rate stability, completely without thermal throttling. And they seriously didn't stop at the processor. The internal peripherals are heavily upgraded to give you direct physical and auditory advantages in a match. The Warhammer Max dual-axis motor gives you incredibly precise haptic feedback for your abilities. Then you've got the Wardrum Master symmetric dual speakers, which basically give you spatial audio awareness of enemy movements. Plus, the Universal Esports Network System 2.0 ensures your connection stays rock solid, and an ultrasonic 3D fingerprint sensor gets you into the action instantly. Now, I want you to just let this number sink in for a second. 7,000. That is a 7,000 milliamp hour battery packed into this device. And it supports 100-watt ultra-fast wired charging plus 40-watt wireless charging. Having 7,000 milliamp hours of ultimate stamina means you can game for hours upon hours on a single charge. And what is truly shocking, honestly, is that they managed to fit a battery of this massive capacity into a phone that is remarkably thin, measuring in at just 8.28 millimeters. It's almost unbelievable. All right, this brings us to our final stop, Section 5, the ultimate verdict. We've traced the whole arc today, right? From that incredible unboxing experience and the immersive UI, all the way down to the benchmark-crushing hardware, which ultimately leads us to the price tag, 5,499 RMB. When you really look at the current smartphone market, 5,499 is an incredibly aggressive number. Think about it. You are paying the price of a pretty standard flagship, but you are receiving a device that is simultaneously a raw technological powerhouse and exclusive collector's vault completely loaded with physical and digital bonuses. So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Is this the ultimate tribute to a decade of mobile gaming history? Has iQOO managed to perfectly bridge that gap between digital fandom and physical reality? Honestly, by merging an unparalleled unboxing experience with undisputed top-tier specs, I'd say this device makes a remarkably strong case for it. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep analyzing, keep exploring, and I will definitely catch you on the next deep dive.